Hey everybody, I am doing a live stream right now. I put out this post asking people to send me poetry that they wrote. I thought it'd be kind of fun to just do kind of like a live read of the poetry. It's a little bit intimidating. I also had to learn how to do some of the updated programs and stuff because I haven't done a live stream since like 2012 or something like that. So it's definitely a little bit of a new thing for me, a little bit scary, but really excited to be doing it. I'm trying to post links right now so I can just get people alerted on my Facebook and stuff. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to do this more often. Do it more often if it goes well. It's a little bit, like I said, intimidating because I'm still learning everything. There might be some technical difficulties. I'm going to have the names of the writers come up at the bottom of the screen, hopefully, because I personally cannot pronounce certain things correctly, and I want to make sure that I'm not, ruining anybody's experience. So I'm just about to pull up the first poem. I think we have about 23 poems or something like that to read. Like I said, please be patient. It's my first time doing this. So the first poem we have was submitted by my friend Elizabeth Smith. And I said I wasn't going to say names, but Elizabeth's great. And I know her personally, so I feel comfortable pronouncing her name correctly. Okay, so this poem is entitled Maybe. I've never believed in reincarnation, but since I met you, since you looked me in the eyes, curled your lips into a smile and spoke my name, I've started believing. Believing that I had felt the dance of these butterflies before, but just in a different stomach. Many moons ago in a far-off place when I first met you for the first time. Maybe we wandered the same ship in 1912, smiled at each other across the dining room on April 14th, but were lost in the icy Atlantic before hellos could be exchanged, an iceberg sinking what was supposed to be an unsinkable love. Maybe I first saw your eyes as they were floating, shut under a tent in 1863. Me desperately trying to heal the gunshot wound. You quickly becoming one of the 50,000 men to give their lives at Gettysburg. Your body was so weak, but your eyes were still sparkling as I watched the life drain out of them. I cried my affection onto your dirt-covered face. Maybe I first heard your voice as you spoke love poems to Juliet in 1613. I stood in awe at the sweetness of each line that you spoke. From your place on the stage, you looked at me, I looked at you. Our souls stared deeply into each other, beginning their own tragic tale of love at first sight. But when I returned to see my Romeo again, I found nothing but ash floating in the June wind. The great Globe Theater now gone, its remnants suspended in air, refusing to settle. And now, somewhere in Cape Town or Queens or Santiago or Venice, a baby doesn't cry. A descendant of our past selves the world never know. Maybe he would have ended famine. Maybe he would have started a world war. Maybe he would have been a car salesman. Maybe he would have been a poet and found the words that I never could. The words to say that I have been wandering around the globe with hands that were empty, even when they were holding someone else's. Because everybody I have lived in has always been built to hold yours. The words to say I have whispered thousands of false dilations of love to the husbands I have settled for when I was unable to find you. And now those 3 words burn like bad moonshine every time I have to drag them up my throat to my tired tongue. The words to say that I have been lonely for centuries. And finally, here you are, standing in front of me, and I just have to believe that there will be another lifetime, that you and I will get another chance. I have to believe that whatever God there is not cruel enough to finally let us meet. Let us laugh and smile and cherish together, but time our meeting so unfortunately that you have already whispered a declaration of love to someone else, your hand already intertwined with someone else's. And I wonder what the emptiness feels like for you. This next poem is entitled Midnight Gaze. Your gaze, though only for a second or two, an eternity passed. Your infinite gaze was like reminiscing with a kindred soul. Kind. Your gaze had kind eyes, not unlike the splendor of a sonoran sunrise, chasing away darkness. Dark. Your eyes were dark, but I can't tell you the hue. Maybe brown or deep blue or maybe black, even more, the blackest of blacks. Those dark eyes of your gaze were disorientingly deep, shrouding the window to your soul. What secrets must your eyes repress from the light? Light. My soul danced in and out of the beams of your tranquility. The eyes of your gaze illuminated something within me. I cannot tell you what, but I am haunted by their eternal memory. We've never met, we've never touched. I've never smelled your hair while caressing your head on my shoulder. I've never listened to your heart. But I know you. I've always known you. And your gaze, oh, how it has stolen my freedom. I am utterly shackled. Mesmerizing. Now, a chilling thought has revived me once more to life, only to haunt me even more still. My gaze. What did you see in mine? This next one is entitled Never Like Before. I can see how your lips touch your eyes, like an image I used to paint, fully inspired by your pretty smile, not until all the colors faint. I can see the place we used to go, the sunset we used to watch. That wonderful feeling starts to grow. Screaming, we are a perfect match. I can hear the song we used to sing, how we strummed the guitar, trying to jam with the melody while staring at the stars. But I cannot say the same anymore, for you chose the one near you, which I can't do like I want before, for I chased my dreams for you. This next piece is entitled Coin. You have no idea what it's like. Thoughts running rapidly round your head, never stopping, never resting calm. Magnificent, unrelenting chaos. No matter the focus, no matter the will, they only rest with the gift of sleep. But sleep, a seldom treasured gift, for chaos doesn't like being stopped, forcing me upon an emotional roller coaster ride, day after day, like flipping a coin. Some days I'm a god amongst men. I can take on the world. Nobody could ever stop me. I'm invincible, brimming with confidence, the second coming of Casanova, oozing charm, the love potion no one could resist. But hey, how could they? A sex appeal that's only rejected out of jealousy. Come on, you know you want me. I can take anyone on. Just come and try. I'm unstoppable. I can take a whole army. I'm a real-life superhero. I'm practically bulletproof, baby. I'm the artist rivaling the greats, any media, any genre. Man, compared to me, Da Vinci is flimsy and Van Gogh blows. I've got the Midas touch. It'll always be gold. Don't stop at the canvas. Give me a pen. I'll write you the world. Don't even need to try. Byron's my bitch and Poe's just a prat. I just can't fail. I know my way, man. I'm going to the top. I'm so good I don't even need a plan. I can really be anything I want to be. I don't got to try. All I gotta do is reach for it, and it's all mine, and man, I'm reaching for the stars. Everyone looking at me in reverence, everyone thinking I'm the king, all as it should be. Hail to the king! Every thought raising the pedestal higher and higher, raising faster than Icarus reaching for the sun. But then the coin flips, and down I fall straight into hell. The weight of the world falls upon me. Don't want to even get up in the morning. Everything is horrible. I'm horrible. Every bad thing said to me was truth. Completely alone. Nobody cares. I don't know what I did to deserve it, but deserve it I must. There's something wrong with me. How could anyone love me? I'm less than human, just a stain on society. I'm not deserving of affection. When's the last time you hugged garbage? I can remember those days where I felt like a king. Where the hell did those days go? Why can't I have them back? Tell me, what did I do wrong? Everyone looks at me with those eyes filled with disgust. I know when they laugh about me. When they whisper, it's to make fun. Verbal stabs right through the chest. I pray to be unnoticed and invincible, to hide away from the ridicule, away from the pain. But the thoughts will be there. My mind's unrelenting assault, running ever faster, never to cease. All I want is for them to stop. All I want to do is sleep forever. Make it go away, the thoughts in the world. I'm a coin, 2 sides and 2 faces, but I do what I can to only show you the edge, acting as the rim, the acceptable medium. But being the coin is my secret. I can't show you the 2 faces, 'cause nobody likes loose change, right? This next piece is entitled Valentine. Sweet were the kisses you gave me, tender and soft was your face. In the midnight hour you had saved me, with a power all the world was at once all mine. That author asked me to say that their official page is called Poetry Readings on Facebook and YouTube. This next piece is actually 2 poems, Dirges for 2 Distant Lovers. 1. I have walked past your absence, 40 miles across the moorlands. I want you again, back into my somber body, swallowed by protracted maladies of stained glass and neon trees. I am seated in the dark of extinction. It's hard to light a candle now. 2. I have made the Shahada my tongue's best friend. I am a wilted Ioxora, lamenting in my modicum chamber of regret and dying like the sun at dusk. Now you are free, swift like the wind and soft as shadow. I will carve out your face from an urn and fill its hollow with flowers. I apologize for any mispronunciations of any words. This next piece is Untitled. Your eyes are precious, your smile is gorgeous. When I look at you, I can't resist smiling because you're so charming. You're sweet and wise, though a little crazy sometimes, but still, you make my day. That's why no matter what, you're always fun. And every day, in every way, you'll always be treasured, forever close to my heart. This next piece is entitled Mental Block. It's been a while, I know, but of late rhymes have been coming slow. Kinda wish words from trees did grow, or every line on paper will glow. Having an endless supply of creativity in me flow, similar to highness in a junkie on blow, or even an old folks' never-ending lore, even as rhyme flows, and a dancer bustling moves on the floor. Every move beautiful since it comes from the core, unrefined talents put on display raw, real enough to convince you there's more in store. But am none of these, just a poetic cowboy with only my pen to draw on paper before my thoughts leave through the door, and am left just a literary bore. To me, that's a fate I'd rather ignore, for in my writing everything fades, including life's score, where there's only me, and without neither or nor. They have work on Instagram at that handle right there. This next piece is another Untitled. Once I was a little girl, filled with happiness, joy, and glee. Lifetimes ago, I remember her. She is who I choose to be. Since that one was short, I picked out a second one by that author, also Untitled. Can't find my smile, feeling so alone, all by myself, yet everyone is home. Sometimes I wonder if they see me at all. It's like I'm shrinking, only 2 feet tall, cutting away slowly, day by day, piece by piece. There is no savior to guide me, no place to find relief. I'm trapped and abandoned, bullied by my pain. Every day I try to fight it. Every time is always the same. No time is enough to matter. I'm not well enough to bend. So isolated, I will stay here, alone, till the bitter end. Next piece is entitled, The Weight of the Yoke. Would you kill me? Would you kill me once more? Paint me with songs of war? To what ends would you go just to settle a score? A stark reprehension of your own invention, defiling the chains of faith, truth, and convention. A puppeter's trumpet sounds off like a musket, a beacon for heathens and overworked strumpets. With their final words spoke, we all choke on the smoke, our bodies now broken by the weight of their yoke. And we just let them take while they arbitrate hate. I could never partake. Is this really our fate? So strike me down easy while breaking your treaties and try to sell us your PC graffiti while I'm dead in the ground. They'll forever be bound, lest they've called to account for their deeds they will drown. And I'll toss them a line if they get it in time, but the piper won't play, lest you drop him a dime. Past, or what will be, and only intermittently alluding to the here and now, which didn't last long anyhow. This next piece is Cry of a Woman. Tears drop down my face. I'm helpless. I live with fear each day. I fear for my life. I sleep with my one eye open like a criminal, waiting to fight for my life with power I don't have. I plead, I beg, I implore you and appeal to you. Men, please hear my cry. Love me like your sister. Care for me like your lover. Protect me like your mother who gave life to you. I came from your side for you to protect me, not from your feet to walk on me. Don't devour my soul. Don't kill me. Don't squeeze out the life in me. I deserve to live like you. I have so much to live for. Please give me a fair chance to live like you. Please, I beg of you, hear my cry. I'm here asking, am I next? Next to die, get raped, be kidnapped, disappear like Rihanna Kwena Mowjalefar and never be found? Or be found dead like Unin Huinwana? Please, men of this country, love and protect us. Please make us feel like home. I beg of you, hear my cry. Let not my cry fall onto deaf ears. Next is Made a Captive. And then, patiently I waited for that night whom my heart he arrested, with thoughts of him my mind engulf, and in vain my effort to cover the gulf. My will and resistance cage like a bird in the cage, and helplessly I fall like a rushing waterfall. Sleeping nights turned to a close friend, 'cause it's always been there to fend, as I turned 90 to 100 degrees Celsius in my bed, with thoughts in my head, hunting me as I ran through the tunnel. The more I ran, the darker the tunnel. And now, made a captive for my feelings he's put in captive, with my emotions boiling, and I just can't withstand this burning. 'Cause now seems like I'm waiting forever. Never thought 'twould be like this ever. With no trace of my night, turning my day to night, as I go through darkest night. Tears wailing in my eyes, my hurt-seeking expression in my eyes as my heart begins to bleed, ceaselessly no matter how much it bleed. If to death I'll bleed for him, I must do while I'm still in search, 'cause no matter how much of him I search, there still isn't trace of him. This one is entitled Hopes and Dreams. I always loved poetry, but I could never sing. You've given me everything, but I deserve nothing. Never leave me, I'll shout to the moon. Sometimes he's the only one listening when I lock myself in my room. Your eyes are dark, this heavy glaze rips apart the cleanest page. With hope and desire and nothing left, what have we become? I try to find the error of my ways, just to find none. With hope and desire and all of our dreams, can they all come true? I guess all of that is possible as long as I'm with you. I float to the stars just to catch a glance. Guess I've been here too long. Pull me down, break my stance, I plummet to earth and crash. With hope and desire and nothing left, I've crashed right into hell. You hold the rope that tugged me down, and so you're falling still. Dance in the rain, we're crying out. It's all there's left to do. But how can you dance when it's so hot and with all your sins subdued? With hope and desire and nothing left, what have we become? What have we become? This next piece is entitled B. Beat my cell, I'll call you back. Bake, I'll ice your cake. Feeling hungry, love? I'm your breadbasket. But remember, I'm no puppet. Human mind is a mere recipe book, while I'm the certified cook. So kill any thought of messing with me, for I sting. I'm a bee. This is entitled Let It Stop. Words keep banging in my head. Let it stop. Don't let it last. Thoughts are tumbling in my mind. Let it stop. Don't want to fight. Pictures flashing before my eyes. Let it stop. Don't want to remind. Memories hunting in my dreams. Let it stop. Don't want to sleep. Monster hunting in reality. Let it stop. Don't want you here. Papers rolling in my mail. Let it stop. Don't want to read. People keep on questioning. Let it stop. This is killing me. Switch to the next slide. Untitled. I look for the motivation from you without any hesitation. When you to me say, shape the vase out of the clay. Life is more of twists and turns. Throughout the times you will learn. Many a times you will feel to give up, but it's worth to enjoy the victory cup. There would be times you have doubts, but your belief has strength's ins and outs. Many a glorious morning yet to be seen. Have faith to kiss the meadow's queen. Lost but not forgotten. Lost in time, my loves are gone. The sands flow through the glass. Grain by grain they plummet down. I hide behind my mask. Never to be forgotten, a bittersweet remembrance of my steps. As through this life I walk alone with only spirit at my behest. Love I gave and had return I never will forget. Each moment precious to my soul I never will regret. I miss them so, remembering brings a simple joy that rides on sorrow's back. I move forward through time and space, questing to shine once more in love glow and feel its power and its grace, to know the warmth and tenderness of this amazing place, where flesh and soul intertwine and mingle, and with this joining bring the medium in which love can sing the song of life renewed. This is where I find my peace, even knowing that all things change and movement will not cease. I asked, at least for now, love me and give my life new lease. Untitled. Actually, I think it's called My Love Affair with Writing, and I didn't pick up with that. The impulse to hold a pen, the feel of fibers, as I skim my fingers on pages where moist ink are deeply engraved. To see the words slowly awaken to form phrases that spread through the sheets, immersing it with meanings, yet unwritten to curious eyes, gradually heightens my senses only to be consumed in that moment of ineffable bliss, that mystery, that thrill, and the liberating feel of finding my heart engulfed in all of it. This one is entitled, I Write. I write because it brings light to my dark hope lost. I write because it's my only might against these earthly ghosts. I write, and it's the way I fight against wrong ideas we host. I write to give you insight of what I cherish the most. I write to give that height, and it's my only hoist. I write, and it takes me on a flight to fearful, undreamed coast. I write, and evil I must indict, so long as justice lies in comatose. Another untitled piece. I am eager for the blank white page, yearning for the time in the day when I can sit alone and pour out the thoughts in my brain. And this next piece is entitled Stitches. Haggard, broken, shattered, and tattered, like the rag doll drifting in the wind, a scarecrowing at the wind, battered, useful for its uselessness, rag-skinned. This is me, a collection of bones. I am nothing, a flea in the desert's fiery tones. I don't know what I am, a defect, but I know what I am not. I am not like them, perfect, knowing when and how to tie the knot. I can and have only tied myself up, stitched into some semblance of normalcy, trying to drink from their cup. Cheers to their fancy. They walk holding hands, hugging and hanging onto memories, then holding hand and on the other hand a rosary, meditating on the mysteries of roses. As I wrestle with the West, after shaking free from the South, while I still engage with the East, I hope to end not up here, but up there, up north. And this is the last piece I had submitted to me. It's another Untitled. Set me afire with gold coins on eyes, embalmed with good intentions and wrapped in the finest muslin. Place me folded in sarcophagus so I may be as aged porcelain found decades later in attic of ground, dusty, full of stories and speaking those meant to be spoken. Drown me in the river, but do not forget to push me off the shore, to be burned as the ancestors before with one smoke and flame-licked arrow. To cleanse my ship before it harbors, do this as I write with a mind clear and true, an arrow that is not an arrow. Do this because the percentages within my skin are not enough to claim the cultures so I may stay within them. So I ask to take up a place so I don't have to take up space. Find me a man in the house of many. Speak to him of the woman, the daughter of many. Place me apathetically within the ground, so I may find my place that does not need space. Well, once again, I'm so grateful for everybody who submitted something. Like I said, if this was something that you all enjoyed, I wouldn't mind doing it again, especially now that I kind of learned the ropes a little bit on doing this. Got some big projects coming up. If you want to check those out, stay subscribed. Or stay subscribed if you think I should do more of these poetry readings. Once again, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I hope you all have a terrific day.